Let's send it on over to QuickShot.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I am joined here by Mithy after the 2-0. I think we have to start with game one. It looked like you guys were going to lose. Terrible early game. I think that's fair to say. What happened that you guys got put so far behind?
So we lane swapped, and our mid laner died from the first gank, and then he died again, and then we tried to help him, and then we all died, and then it was pretty doomed at that point, yeah.
It looked pretty doomed, but you guys were able to pull it back. It felt like Unicorns didn't really take advantage of the lead they'd built up. But what was it like playing from behind? You know, who takes charge in the team in terms of bringing that back?
I think it's 100% Trick. I think he, like, I honestly, if I gave up on that game. I was pretty sad after what happened, and I think Trick just kind of kept the team morale high and shot code for the whole team and just told everyone what to do, and he just carried us.
Yeah, it looks to be the case. Game two, a lot more convincing. Is it a mindset thing? Because yesterday against H2K, you guys had a interesting game one. I'll say that. It looked very close and then all of a sudden went wrong. You know, so why is it that it looks like G2 come a little slow out the gates in the first game of the series?
I mean, everyone needs to warm up, you know? No, I mean, I mean, yes, it's kind of we're warming up, but it's a bad thing to say because we should be focused for the first game too, but I guess we'll pick it up throughout the split. Yeah, that's kind of all there is to say.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Talk to me about the team as well, because of course this is Expect's now first full-time week. Last week with the Kickers news, how's it been training with Expect and working with what is still a fairly fresh, fairly new top laner?
Well, I don't know much about lane matchups and how he does in terms of 1v1 and so on, but overall, as a teammate, he is working probably the hardest of all of us, and we're all really putting a lot of hours into it. So if he's putting more than us, then it means a lot. And I can't really say anything bad about him in terms of how hard he's working. And I think you can, at least I feel it, how much he improves his communication, just the way he moves in the map and everything is just improving day by day, week by week. So I think towards playoffs, he is going to be a good top laner.
I guess better sooner in the splits. You've got all that time to practice. One last question. I'd like to talk a little bit about your champion pool. I like seeing the Soraka in game one, changing to Braum in game two. Can you give some advice to maybe some of the viewers of what would make you decide when to look towards a Soraka, the defensive support, or Braum, a bit more of the peel?
Well, when they have champs like Azir, which basically just use their EQ combo to, or not EQ, but WQ combo to just chunk you down a bit, and they can, then if you can kind of sustain that up, it's pretty good to play against. Overall, I think the main thing that you have to ask yourself when you pick Soraka is if the enemy team can just one-shot you, because there's so many champions that can just rush at you, and especially in long lanes or something, you can just die and keep dying, and then you just don't stop. So you just kind of have to take care of that and just pick it in a comp where you don't really want to just surg over them, but you want to just bring a long team fight, and that's kind of where Soraka shines.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that insight. Congratulations again on the 2-0. We're going to head back to the analyst desk to wrap up the series. Cast the desk.
Thank you, QuickShot. Of course, good to hear Mithy echo the sentiments of his AD carry partner in there in the bot lane. Expect working very hard, working to develop. But while he had an amazing performance, we got to give player of the game to that man in the mid lane. When it was his time to shine, he really showed up, consistently hitting those bombs. And of course, that is going to be Perks on the Zillion, 7-1-3. And pretty much the catalyst for a lot of those teamfight wins. Speeding people up, locking people down, the core of the team overall.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I didn't get the memo that Zillion's meant to be like this utility-focused mid laner. I can help keep other people alive. Perks with a good performance. I think aside from the beginning of game one, I actually had a much better performance throughout the day, at least today. So happy to see Perks still putting in work there. But I find it so difficult sometimes to do the G2 player, player of the match. It's just so difficult because I could give it to Trick for certain reasons. You could give
because it's never a solo performance. It's always a team performance when they pull ahead because they keep winning those team fights. It's not about one person outplaying on the sidelines. So
very rarely. So I'm like, I've got to try and decide somebody quickly. We've got to pool the votes.
Definitely a lot of contenders. Perks happy to get that one in the end. But while the UOL and G2 are done for the week, there's still more coming your way. Up next here on EULCS1, it's going to be Splice versus Fnatic. Stay with us. This is game two. UOL looking to tie it up. G2 looking to take another sweep. Move, quick flash over the wall, follow through from Trick, comes in. Move, will he go down? Bomb onto Trick. I like this play. They keep it going. G2 on a roll. Expect just hunting for kills. Flash forward, picks up the bomb. Delivery system and the triple kill for Perks. Move all alone in the pit. Baron dropping in the favor of G2. Perks running for his life, but expect hop over the wall. Knock up from Mithy. G2 taking control once again. The 2-0 for them overall.